What's going on, everybody? My name is Chase, and welcome back to another podcast. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, and that's because I wasn't really happy with the last podcast that we recorded. So I figured I would make another one like after a week, and now I'm here. So, welcome back. We're gonna be talking about movies today with Riley here. My only friend. I tried to get Kanye in here. He was busy. Tried Ellen. Busy. So yeah, we're stuck with Riley again.
No one likes Ellen.
So yeah, we're gonna be talking about movies, and we're gonna be starting off with one of the most famous movie franchises probably everywhere. So yeah, that's Star Wars. If you didn't guess it already. So yeah, we're gonna be going over our rankings on like what we think is the best Star Wars movie to worst. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm gonna start from worst and then go to best. So probably my least favorite Star Wars movie is that's hard for me.
This is easy picking.
No. Well, are we including like the side stories? I don't know if we're including. Okay, we are.
Yeah,
well, I've never even seen Solo.
You haven't?
And I haven't seen.
It's been 2 years.
No, I haven't seen Rogue One forever too. It's been. I
just watched Rogue One like 2 weeks ago.
So, my least favorite Star Wars movie is probably Last Jedi. I know. I know. That's Riley's least favorite too. I know that already.
You don't spoil.
We're gonna say like explain it afterwards. So then after that it's probably Rise of Skywalker, then Force Awakens. Now it gets tough. Probably. Jesus, I don't know. This one's probably Attack of the Clones, then Phantom Menace.
Are you serious?
And then A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then Revenge of the Sith. That's probably mine. Yep.
Okay. Wait, where's Solo, and are you just not gonna include them?
Nah, they're not really main. If anything, they'd probably. I don't even know what Solo. I don't know.
Alright, well, I'm gonna include them in mine.
Alright, cool.
Alright, definitely Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And then Rise of Skywalker.
Facts.
And then Force Awakens.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then it gets tough. You're right.
I know. I think. Here, I know.
Okay, from here on out, they're good. Like 1 through 6, Rogue One and Solo are good movies. So I'm not saying they're bad, but then so it goes. Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, Force Awakens, Solo, Rogue One.
Mhm.
Actually, no. Take that back. Solo's a good movie. I'm not saying it's bad. Solo.
But you think it's worse than Rogue One?
Actually, no. Solo's better than Rogue One. Because Rogue One, like, only the ending is better. The best part of it.
Okay.
So it would go Rogue One.
Then Solo.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that.
Then.
Wait, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I never really liked Empire Strikes Back that much. I haven't really watched it that much.
Yeah.
And then I'd say Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, A New Hope.
What?
Okay. And then last one is Revenge of the Sith.
I forgot you were gonna do that. I forgot you were gonna do that. Okay. Let's start.
Wait,
Now, let's start off with why Last Jedi sucks. Let's just like go through each one and why we don't like it.
Ruins the whole story. Even if Force Awakens does that too.
Alright, how? Like
all the sequels do.
Yeah, I think me and you agree. The sequels, they're fan films.
They're fan films.
They're
big
bad
budget fan films.
I think Disney ruined it.
The only good thing is Kylo Ren, and that's it.
Yeah. Solo and Rogue One, those were by
They're
Disney,
good. Those
right?
are good movies. Yeah, but they're good. So
Yeah.
different.
So Last Jedi, that fight
I
scene,
wish they made a solo too, but I don't know why they're not gonna.
you know
They
the
were
one,
gonna until like that movie flopped.
the one fight scene in Last Jedi that's like
Yeah, they're in
the
like the throne room.
yeah, that one's such a bad fight scene. I think it
Yeah,
could have been really cool, but they just messed up on so much.
yeah, I saw that video too.
Yeah. And then Rise of Skywalker. Honestly, at that point for Rise of Skywalker, I don't think there's anything that they really could have done that would have made me
Yeah.
absolutely love it, even if they put Hayden Christensen in it and they did
And no,
like
dude, that would make
everything
me like the
right.
movie. Honestly, if
No,
they put Hayden Christensen in the movie, I'd put it
I
better than
know.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I'm just saying, like, there's nothing to make me love it as much as I love, like, Revenge of the Sith. Just because
Yeah,
The Last Jedi and Force Awakens set it up so badly, it just was kind of, like, pre-ruined, you know? Like, everyone,
yeah,
like, no matter what they
yeah.
did, I
It's
feel like.
but they still had so many opportunities.
Yeah.
Like at the end when Rey versus Palpatine, they made it where like all the Force ghosts showed up and they somehow killed Palpatine with the help of Rey.
Like they
That'd
all
make
did
it
it.
way better
Yeah.
instead of just
Didn't,
Rey doing it.
what's it called? How It Should Have Ended. Didn't they do something kind of like that? Obviously, like with more comedy, but they did something like that. Um,
Yeah,
let's talk about Force Awakens. That honestly, I don't mind Force Awakens. I think it's not a bad movie.
literally A New Hope, but
Yeah, but I
worse.
just think that it's such a cheap rip off. Like they didn't do anything
I saw this
too
video about it,
spectacular.
about The Force Awakens,
Yeah.
and like I completely agree with it. It said that The Force Awakens is a good movie until the very end when Rey beat Kylo Ren, because that like makes no sense.
Yeah.
So
I think.
there's like no point.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Let's.
Everyone,
Uh,
like when they talk about The Last Jedi, they always say they hate the crate part, but I think the crate, like the parts with crate in it, is like the only good parts of the movie.
I
Like
think
that was actually entertaining parts.
Crate was it was a good, it was a cool scene. Like it was a cool background. It was good scenery, you know. I
Yeah.
just think, I didn't, I especially I didn't like how Luke went out.
At first I didn't like it, but now it's all right.
I
I'm
just
fine with
think
it, I
like,
guess.
okay, do you know
I
what I
mean, he should have
really,
died in episode 9, but
I, what I hated about the Rise of Skywalker is when they
yeah,
said, or I don't remember if it was stated in the movie that they said this, but I heard it somewhere that they said that like they confirmed that Leia was stronger than Luke at one point. And I think that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
dumb.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I think that I was like, "What? That's dumb. Like why would you like we've never even seen her hold like a lightsaber, I swear." So,
Until episode 9.
like, oh, all
Yeah,
of a sudden she's just way more powerful than him. And I know it's like there's canon and legends.
yeah,
I don't really know too much about legends and stuff, but I'm pretty sure Luke's like really powerful in that compared to like canon.
yeah.
So, um, yeah, I didn't like that about Rise of Skywalker. That also kind of, it just confused me. A lot of the stuff that they did in the sequels is really confusing, though. I think,
Yeah, the Rise
like,
of Skywalker pretty much just tried to undo what they did in the Last Jedi.
yeah, like the sequels literally just ruined the previous six movies. Like bringing Palpatine back, like that was supposed to be like like Darth Vader turning back to the other side, turning back into like
Yeah,
Anakin,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like they ruined that plot line, that really good like
And
emotional
Snoke is
thing.
literally useless.
Yeah, dude, like who is this dude? Like, oh, he's just like some random character that was created by Palpatine. Like they built
Yeah.
him up for two movies and then they killed him off so easily.
I
And
kind
then
of
all of a
thought
sudden they
Snoke
were
was
like,
dumb when I first watched Force Awakens, though.
I
Like,
didn't know
there's
what to
no
think of him.
point.
Like I was just like, I don't know who is this guy? Is he like the Palpatine of like? Cause that's basically what he was, basically the Palpatine of the sequels. So,
Yeah.
but then they actually bring Palpatine back, and I think that just ruined everything
And the Rise of
about
Skywalker
it.
should be called The Rise of Palpatine
Yeah. Oh yeah, the
because all
end
the
when she
Skywalkers are
called
dead.
herself a Skywalker, bro. I was
Dude,
like, yo,
that's so dumb.
you're not. Like,
Like at
yeah,
the
maybe
end
you're
when
friends
they
with
didn't
them.
show Hayden Christensen during like the fight scene, I thought they were for sure gonna show him at the end on Tatooine, but no, they didn't.
Like, Han is super good friends with them. He doesn't call himself a Skywalker, dude. Just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean you get to brand yourself as like part of their
Yeah,
bloodline, you know? So, yeah, the sequels are the only real movies I think I have a problem with. Like the other six movies, I think I mean, they
yeah.
all have like a few
I
things that
literally
aren't
don't
great,
get it
but
how people say the Phantom Menace is terrible. It's not. It's not even bad.
no, I don't think it's
I don't get
bad.
it.
I think I don't know how to explain it. Maybe so. Moving on to those, the prequels. I Attack of the Clones. I think um
Yeah, I just watched that like 2 days
I
ago.
know I haven't watched it in a
It's a
bit.
really good movie.
I think
Like before I
it's
watched it, I haven't seen it like a while back, and I didn't think it was that good. But then I rewatched it, and I thought it was a really good movie.
I just think that I think the Phantom Menace. So the Phantom Menace is good because it had the first like real lightsaber battle that was like good. Like not saying that the like original trilogy has bad lightsaber battles, but
Yeah,
you know like this was the first like most intense like
yeah.
one.
Well, that's what everyone likes about that movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's the only thing that's good. Like everyone hates on the guy who played Anakin. I don't know
And
why.
Jar Jar,
Yeah, Jar Jar.
always Jar Jar's like way better than any character from the sequel. So I don't really care.
Except for Kylo.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Jar Jar actually has a point. He or a purpose to the plot. He gave Chancellor Palpatine like powers or something like that. I don't know.
what? I've never
Well,
heard
it's
that.
in episode 2. You haven't. When's the last time you watched episode 2?
Yeah. So, but everyone hates on that one kid who played Anakin, but I didn't really mind, honestly. Like I think
Yeah.
people look at like he's a little kid. Like you can't expect him to be like the greatest actor, you know. And but I think for like how young he was, I think he did good. And yeah, so Phantom Menace. I don't really. There's not too much about it that I really like know what to say. Like
Pod racing.
nothing. That yeah, that was a good. I remember doing that on like Lego Star Wars, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
Playing
and
doing that pod race.
dying and getting mad.
Yeah, I So with yeah, that was a cool scene, but nothing really major happens in the Phantom Menace, which is why that's why I like Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith so much because they're like the big finale endings and a lot happens in them.
Yeah.
Same with Attack of the Clones. I mean, something big happens like in that movie, like a lot of stuff happens, but I just don't. I don't know. I've never been too. What's the word? Um, I don't know. It's just never really got me excited. Like I was never like, oh my god, I really want to watch this movie. It's a really good movie. It's never really got me hyped.
Wait,
I
Attack
think,
the Clones?
yeah,
Well, that was that was like before I watched it. I was like, dang, I don't want to watch this movie.
yeah. When I was like a kid, I remember I used to watch it. Like,
I never watched Attack of the Clones. That's probably my
um,
least watched movie of Star Wars movie.
you remember
Like when I was a kid.
Bob and Virgie? They
Yeah. What about him?
they pirated the movie onto a disc for me, and they gave
Really?
it. Yeah, I don't know where
That's
it
what my
went.
dad said. They did that with like a uh, what's it called? VHS tape. He
Oh,
did that
really?
with A New Hope when it came out when he was a kid.
That's funny. Yeah, so I remember watching that. I remember watching the bounty hunter scene where they were like chasing after the one like bounty girl and her
Yeah, dude,
like
that's
face
sick.
changing, and I was like so confused by it as a kid. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just never really. I mean, the end, like the cool scene where you like, who was it who got their head chopped off? Uh,
Head chopped off?
yeah, I can't.
Oh, Jango
Django?
Fett.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Django Fett. Uh, I don't know. Other than that, though, I didn't really. I mean, the Count Dooku, that was kind of cool. Them fighting Count Dooku and seeing how like bad Anakin was at like fighting,
yeah.
and then seeing his progression into the third movie.
See, that's what Ray doesn't have progression. She stays
Facts.
the same the whole all three movies.
She's more. Rey's not even like powerful. She's just like lucky. I swear. Like her powers like
Yeah,
luck. Like but and then moving on to like the original trilogy. I don't think there's anything
A New
bad
Hope is the best one.
that I have to say.
I used to watch A New Hope all the time when I was little.
See,
That's probably my most watched Star Wars movie as
I
a kid.
think A New Hope is the worst one. Not
Yeah, I think
even
you
though
told
it's
me that
not
one
it's
that
not
before.
bad. I just think it's boring. Like the end of it, yeah, they blow up the Death Star, but I just think like the whole sequence
I
gets
just think it's
so
interesting how it's like the
boring.
first one.
No, I love that. Like that's I think the first like 30, 40 like hour of it, I love. But then it's like once they get to like, oh, we need to destroy the Death Star stuff, I just get
Yeah,
like
before.
kind of
Yeah,
like, oh, I've
that's
seen this
literally
so
yeah.
many
That's what happens. Like
times.
I watch. I just watched like the first act or the first few acts, and then I just stopped watching it
Yeah, and then I'm just like, well, I've
after
seen this so many times,
they
it's
leave
kind of
Tatooine.
boring. Yeah. And then Empire Strikes Back, I always thought was so overrated. Like everyone loves that one. And it's
Empire.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I don't think it's bad. I like it. But like I don't know. It's kind of the same for A New Hope for me. It's just not like it doesn't have anything major that like I love about it. Like A New Hope at least had like, oh, this is the first one everyone gets introduced, This is like the where it all starts. That's what I loved about that one, but The Empire Strikes Back only has like a few things in it that make me really like it. So like the beginning scene I like where Luke is like, he gets
on off
caught by the thing. I don't know, remember the Yeti, and then he like
the
gets out.
Wampa.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
That was a
literally,
good scene.
Empire Strikes Back and Attack of the Clones. I never watched those movies as a kid. I only watched. I never watched Phantom Menace either.
No.
I only watched episode three,
Yeah, I
4, and
think
6
I think
as a kid.
episode 3 was the one I've watched the most out of any other one. But
Even though, no, remember, I don't think you remember this. Not much people remember, but back in like 2012, they re-released the
yeah,
Phantom Menace in
with
theaters
the
for
puppet
3D.
or without the puppet, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, well, that was the first Star Wars movie I've ever seen in theaters.
You saw it in theaters?
Yeah, they re-released the Phantom Menace in theaters in 2012,
Jeez, I've
but they
never
didn't do the other two for some reason.
I think that Force Awakens was the first Star Wars movie. Or wait, which one came out first? No, yeah, it was that one. Um, yeah, but so Empire Strikes Back, it's got Luke training with Yoda. Love that. That was awesome. That like where the whole Darth Vader, you know, he's Luke's dad. Cool,
Yeah,
great. But then like I don't remember any other big major things that happen in that movie. Like I don't even remember like except for like Han, he gets captured
Cloud
and
City.
stuff. Yeah, like before like
Bespin.
I remember them being on Hoth and then Luke going to train with Yoda and then they're in Cloud City and Vader catches them.
That's pretty much it. It's like the whole
Exactly.
movie.
Exactly. So,
I used to
yeah.
always say, "Can you put on the movie where Anakin turns into Darth Vader?"
Yeah. Uh yeah, so um moving into Revenge of the Sith or actually let's talk about Return of the Jedi first now. I don't I don't know. What's your ranking? Do you think Return of the Jedi is better than Empire Strikes Back?
Yes,
Okay, same.
it's
So,
my yeah. I don't remember what it was on the list.
yeah, I
You
don't
can
know.
show my list if
I
you
think
want to,
that's
if
my
you remember
second
it.
favorite one out of all of them. Um,
Your second of the originals or
yeah, no,
of
second
all of
favorite out of
your?
all of them.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, because Return of the Jedi, that's like Anakin is my favorite character, and Kylo Ren. Kylo
Yeah,
Ren's like my favorite like villain, and then Anakin slash Darth Vader, they're my favorite. That's just my favorite character out of everyone. Okay, I just think their story.
yeah.
I mean, that's like really basic because I feel like a lot of people love him, but he just has such a good story arc, and I don't know. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, everyone else loves this character, so I have to like someone else. But I think that he has such a great story arc from like being like he doesn't even have a dad, you know, and
It's
then it.
Palpatine.
Imagine, yo, I'd actually be so pissed. I'd be like, what? The end of Rise of Skywalker, finding out that Anakin's uh Palpatine's son. Oh my god. I'd be like, yo, what? Force lightning impregnation, dude.
What? Palpatine has kids, since episode 9.
I know.
That's how he gave birth. Palpatine gave birth to his kids, not the girl.
Oh. What was I gonna say? Anakin, from like, I don't know. It's just such a great arc, I think, story arc. And then like, yeah, at the end of Return of the Jedi, it like comes full circle where he becomes good again to save his kid, That's pretty heartwarming. It's nice. So, yeah,
I thought it was cool that they put Hayden Christensen in there at the end.
oh, when they redid
Even
it.
though everyone seems to not like it for some reason. Like,
Oh
come on,
yeah, I
dude.
forgot. Everyone hates Hayden Christensen, right? As Anakin.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't.
not anymore, but they
Oh,
used to. I mean,
oh.
all the old people do still. Like my dad.
Really? Why? I don't understand why. I thought
He
he was
hates the prequels
great.
for some reason.
I thought he was
But he likes
great.
the sequels. Like, come on, dude.
Dude, oh my god, I remember when the Rise of Skywalker, when that finished, I like was like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
Dude.
Like thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, I know what you said. I was like, it wasn't that bad. And they were like, what do you mean it wasn't that bad? I was like, what do you mean it wasn't that bad? I was like, actually, it was kind of bad. There was like, I like the ending scene. I was like, okay, I kind of see the contrast. Like the ending scene of her like basically standing where the whole entire series started, basically. Like, I thought that was kind of cool, like, how they ended it like that. But then when I got home and I, like, watched the videos of what the original script was and stuff, and I was like, yo, that was trash. That was so bad compared to, like,
I
the
remember when I
script.
like got done watching The Last Jedi, I was like thinking, is it possible to just like reboot the sequels
Dude, oh my god, imagine.
like they do with Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, so um was it Return of the Jedi has other things besides like the redemption of Darth Vader or Anakin. It has a lot more than that, it's got the huge Ewok Ewok scene.
Well,
That's cool. That's pretty sick.
I like the beginning on Tatooine, Jabba's palace.
Yeah, yeah. Um yeah, I think the beginning really shows how much Luke has what's the word? Um oh my god, I can't think of the word. How much he's like
Matured.
grown and like more how much more powerful he's become. Because it's just, I don't know. He just walks into the room and everyone's like, yo, who the fuck is this dude? He just got his hood on. So, I don't know. That's pretty cool. Because in Empire Strikes Back, he was getting there, but then, like, it's, like, nice to see him, like, done. Like, he's there. So, now we haven't talked about Revenge of the Sith, really. The best Star Wars movie of all time. I don't really think anyone disagrees, really. Like, it's
No,
like,
a lot of people still think Empire's the best,
really?
especially old people. Like I don't know, just everyone puts Revenge like at second because
Why?
I don't know. It's just old people that put Empire at first.
I feel
My
like they're
dad
just
thinks The New
like,
Hope is the best.
I just feel like they're like, oh, it's the original trilogy, so it's gotta be the best, Like that. Like, I feel like that's
Yeah.
how a lot of
Well, I
people
mean,
are.
that's what I feel about the prequels.
Yeah. So, yeah, Revenge of the Sith. Jesus. What to say? What a great movie. Dude, I can't stress how amazing. I love the freaking Obi-Wan and Anakin scene. It's beautiful.
The whole
Um,
movie, non-stop action.
yeah, it's literally like, um, now, keep in mind, me and Riley, we're not like, filmmakers. We don't really know in-depth stuff
Yeah,
about
I'm a
filming.
filmmaker.
So we're not like,
I think I
qualified.
know a thing or two.
But like, so these are just our opinions. If y'all have different opinions, that's great. Type them in the comment section. tell us what you think. Tell us your ranked Star Wars movies, you know? So.
I guarantee there's gonna be 0 rankings in the comments.
I go in an alt account and put in a ranking. It's like,
Yeah,
yo,
might as well.
someone commented. So,
Might do that.
yeah, but with Revenge of the Sith, like, God, what was it? The beginning, you literally just jump straight into it.
Yeah.
Um,
The best, hands down, the best opening for a Star Wars movie.
yeah. I think, and also when they fight Dooku, you can really see how much Anakin's, like, changed since the last movie, you know? Like, in Attack of the Clones, he kind of gets shit on by Dooku. But in this one, he kind of shits on him, so, yeah.
Tables have turned.
Yeah. And then you also get to see throughout the whole movie, and throughout all the prequels of, like, Palpatine, like, slowly, like, gaining his trust, you know, and then to see it at the very end, and finally, like, bowing down to the dark side. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, I think it's time to end the video.
Wait.
In a second, after Riley finishes this.
Oh crap.
Yeah, seizure warning. I just put it across the screen.
Yeah, dude, my eyes hurt.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Alright, everybody. This is episode 2 of our podcast. What the fuck are you talking about? Nothing major happened in this episode. We didn't talk about any coronaviruses, you know. We didn't talk about anything major.
There's really nothing going on.
Yeah, there's
other
nothing
than
really
coronavirus.
happening. So we don't know what else to talk about. So I think our next few episodes might just be about maybe some movies we like, or some games we like, or some news coming out.
Leave a comment down below what you want to see next.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at 2
Top
days.
comment, we'll talk about it.
Are you gonna comment something?
No matter what it is.
Are you gonna comment something?
Because that means you watched all the way to this part of the video.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you watch this part of the video, might as well hit that thumbs up button. Unless you disagree with our opinions.
4 likes.
4 likes. Yeah, let's get 4 likes, guys. We're banging on this channel, dude. We already got 37 subscribers.
Let's, what's it called? Break your record of 3 likes and get 4.
Please, guys. My YouTube career depends on it. Should I start begging
Living
for
off
subs? Please
OnlyFans
sub. If I get to 50 subscribers within the next week, I'll start an OnlyFans.
Keep it up. I'll make subscriber bots.
Alright, guys, that's gonna end off the video. I'll see you guys next week. So, yeah, peace.